behind the cat's paw. She was the fourth position after the 3M's. She was the fourth position. This is the one that wants me over and made sure I was right and she finally decided and she finally determined at the birthday party, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So so now that I got all that stuff, all I gotta do now is because I got all my keys. Remember, I got all the keys. The only thing left for me now is read the signs. So here, start at the bottom. Oh, we already did that. That's the new one. The next one. Listen to Martini. Oh, listen to Martin. I'm collecting the receipts. Right? Now I'm talking about Martin Luther King. Whirlwind speech excerpt. Powerful. Look. So this is telling me Garvey is in this. Right? Martin is in this. Look. You can't make this shit up, people. Look at that. This is my baby. Look, this is me getting her. I had to find her. Look, mama happy. Look, 310, 13, double up. Mama said got girl. Look. See that? Stones, 20 more. The brick, the builder rejected. And the young lady. There we go. Right. Happy birthday, Greg. That's her brother. Right. We're going to get back to him in a minute. But look. Remember when I read his part? Look. Remember I read his part when he was talking on her behalf? Now watch this. The historian knock one. God is a woman. Gratitude changes everything. Right? So now, the historian knock God is a woman. So now this is showing me my way to the queen right here. That's Dr. Being. Right? Gratitude changes everything. Right? That's July 1st. Look. Right? That's Tupac at his 40 council seat. The 3, that's her and the kids, and the 7 is me. Now, watch this. I love my nephew and how he repping his granny. Right? So now, you see me? This is being watched by Sun Wukong. My mama birthday. Look. 7. My mama birthday. Now remember, every boy marries his mama, right? Every good son marries his mama. This is what they talking about. I'm going to show you when I get a little bit deeper into this. All right, now, look. The 4 pillars of a balanced life. Now, I'm going to show y'all in a minute why I pull that out. But this also tied me to the Vice Lords, Folk on the Hustle. Then I go through all this, a whole bunch of stuff. So when I get done with it, this is the Holy Grail. Right? So it took me to here. Right? The planetary grid. Easter Island and all of that. But now read it from back. Swastika. That's my German reference. Thanks, Adolf Hitler. Y'all know my outlaw name, Morpheus Hitler, the bitch nigga cleanser. Watch. The Creed. Now, this is Apollo Creed, which ties me to Sylvester Stallone and all of the characters from his movie. Then I move over here, and that also reminds me of back in the day. Now look what he holding. Now remember I had to get off the cross, right? You see me? Am I off the cross? Look. Pillar 1, the Creed, Ascension. You can't make this shit up. Look. The 4 pillars of clinical integration. Now we're talking about the medicine. Right? Then here. Easter Island. Them the elders. Them the 4 women that's watching over this. Look, remember they told me to get 12. Guardians of the pillar. Right? And ascend earth. So far this is saying I'm being successful. Right? Building pillars of light. Right? Building pillars of light. Heavenly angel of light, please come from the Lord. Cut my enemies down with a flaming sword. Right? Then, look, the 4 women, 4 pillars of man grid, ascension. These 4 women are saying, okay, now these men can be relieved of this bullshit. But I don't know what bullshit they talking about yet. But I could go in here and get a whole bunch of shit out of there. But I'm going to do that later. I'm trying to get home. Now, I had to find this. Look. They say he came in on a cloud, right? You see the cloud right here? And they beheld his glory. This is the connection. Now I just got to put the key in and turn it. Right? I'm ascending to go put the key in the lock. Or actually, I'm raising her up. Now watch. Ascended Masters. Ascended Master Teachers. Mahatma. That's my Madam H.P. Blavatsky. Rudolph Steiner. Judge. Q Judge. Aleister Crowley. This all my left hand magicians. Look. Look. You can't make this shit up. This is me going to get the kids. Look. This is my son, this her daughter. These are 2 kids. Look. Download. Bring them home. So I'm gonna skip a couple pages because I'm bad enough to do that. And I'm gonna go back over this stuff later with a pen and just sit back and fill it all in. I came across this. And this Epstein is the guy that Malachi York was the mirror for, right? Now, every time it get to one of these key points, the 5-minute mark, right? The double zeros, the 8 on this side, the 5. Right before that, you're gonna see Harvey Weinstein or Epstein's, whatever the hell his name is, head get big. So at these marks, right before this, you'll see a message. You'll see a signal, right? And then his head to get big, get small. They're about to tell you something critical. And then at that mark, whatever they say is important, write it down. It's a couple of them. Some of them missing. I must move some stuff out of order. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah. But that's how you read the Epsteins. So, from there, this is where she gave me my knocks at. I want y'all to see. These are Jeff Ford, Moorish American, Moorish Science Temple, Moorish Order of the Round Table, Nuwabians, Nuwabian Moors. This is it. This is all they knocks. Right? She contacted me at 6:49 a.m. Said I contacted. Now I don't even know what the fuck that was. Then she said Portia, right? And then she said I'm giving her time to respond, but I meant to be a part of the mastermind effect. So the whole mastermind effect is actually what we're doing right now. And Portia is she deals with sacred geometry at the Hathor gate because she represents Hathor, right? So as studying the sacred geometry at the Hathor gate, she had to go because they both on the same level of master. So she can't bump Portia. She got let me think of the right word. Well, yeah, she bump her right. Portia can bump her back right, and then I mean that they both would be upright, right? So that's being your sister keeper. And I said, yes, I know. And then look, she started telling me her date of birth, February 19th. The woman, right? Sealed. The man, right? And then this 9 right here is birth. Because it puts all 3 of us together, right? It puts all 3 of them together for me to get. See, the giving, giving, this means on this day you win. You get it this day. See? Giving name, born under, sign, all this stuff, Thornton. That's the rose. That's the Malachi York reference again. The War of the Roses. Malachi York. The Yorks and the Wilshires was the War of the Roses. And the given name is Jessica. I can go into that. I know I could go on a whole spiel on Jessica. Right? Now, here, right, is where they start that. Now, this is the part I'm talking about. On them parts where when y'all look and y'all see I have the video stop, right before that, this head piece right here, it'll enlarge and it'll shrink. I should show y'all. No, it's getting late, so I'm trying to get through this because I want to go home. All right, so then here I am in an old video, and this caught my attention because it popped up in the feed out of nowhere, and I noticed that this was my screensaver for my mom after she passed away, and somebody had this on my on here, and then look, 3, 2, 2. This her, this me. She got the kids. This her. Look, this me. This her and the babies. No. That's backwards. 13. She's acknowledging I got the babies. Look, great rising, King. See? Telling me I rose up. Confirmed by the 223. Who in the 223 area code? Ain't that New York? They confirmed it. It's confirmed in New York. I didn't understand how this came about popping up in my feed until I read it. History of the Trail of Tears. African Americans are the real American Indians. Now, that caught my attention because of James Baldwin. Now, this ties me back to the Russians, Native Americans. This is the bird clan. This is the eagle. Now, remember, in order to raise, I had to have somewhere to put it, right? So I had to capture this bird, remember? We showed y'all the eagle in one of the crests that I had to capture in order to make the whole thing stick together. So this was the bird I was looking for on this one because I find out down here that it's in the numbers. And I'm not going to read it all right now, but when I do the real deal, I'm going to get all off in there. I just need to go home. I'm wore out from all this shit. It's a whole lot of brain power going on right here. And I need a break, but I need to get this over with. Now, this picture popped up on my feed, and I thought it was kind of odd, and I thought this dude was an instant mirror. And the more I looked at it, I said, yep. See that hand up? That's Sphinx. That's the Sphinx about to get up off the ground. Now, over here, I got all these pictures that could be enlarged. But over here is a pyramid. Now remember, the Sphinx was sleeping in front of the pyramid before. But that little pyramid right there, now it's up. But remember, he shot his nose off. Something that looked like something, but that's not really like that. Right? Now look, it's all kind of symbolism in this symbol that I can read out to you how we read it in the universe. But you see the 377 and the 6 and the 5. It's all in there. Then you got this one, 222. This is Epstein. So I'm gonna skip over Epstein, punk ass. We just know Malachi York was the was the mirror for Epstein. When I do the video version, the real video version where I edit it all together, I'm gonna be playing these clips, stopping, showing y'all what I'm looking at. Then we got to this. Now this is a message that the last message that we had, and all of this mean exactly the opposite. She said, again, I completely moved on with my life. Means she ain't went nowhere. I have moved many chapters forward in my book of life. She waiting on me to move her in the book of life. You are the one who can go to your next chapter. You need to go on and turn these chapters. How do I know? 3 sevens is all over. This is my shit. Right? This is my shit. Prime Minister. 3 sevens all over this. Like, look, this is what I told her. You are strong and prideful, but it is okay to feel some. I have seen you look at me and I can tell you on at least to say hi. I respect your space, but I never want to give you up or not fight. Now, this is the way that I wrote this. I didn't realize I was writing myself a message, right? Because this sounds like I'm talking to her, I'm talking to me. But then you got to keep in mind that we got to be mirrors. So if I talk to me, I got to talk to her. We got to mirror each other in order for this to work. So I had to tell myself I had to translate what she was telling me to do. Right? So now if I want to rectify this, I got to fix this in me. My pride, my lack of feeling for her, not acknowledging how I feel when she look at me. You know, this right here, how I don't like how she act like, she can't say hi, but it hurt her too. I could feel it when she hurt. Physically feel it when she hurt like I hurt. Right? But then I gotta respect her space. You know what I mean? This is the tribes they don't want you to know about. This why they keep pushing that Hebrew shit. The 12 tribes of Israel. They don't count the 13th, which is Israel itself. But the whole acronym, Israel, ISIS, Rael, ISIS, Rael, it's ISIS, Rael. ISIS real is what they telling you. ISIS is real. You keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Big Mama said she's sending her baby girl back to get her shit. She coming back like she left something. Because somebody stole something. And her daughter say, Mama, where my brother at? And she said, I'm sending that nigga, he coming. You know he's slow as fuck. He gotta always take his time to do everything. That's because Mama said the race don't always go to the swift. Sometimes it go to the steady. So sometimes you motherfuckers gotta move slow and steady. ISIS is real. That's Israel. 13 tribes. The 12 daughters of ISIS are different skin complexions, different hair textures all over the world. They dispatched to different regions in order to set up a house of ISIS there, a Catholic church. But it wasn't a church. A church means circle. Church means circle. Right? So it wasn't a church, but the whole structure was kept intact by the Catholics. The only thing is they replaced the men with the women and the women with the men. They replaced the colors so that it can confuse you. It flipped everything opposite. And as long as everything opposite, you can't see clearly what they showing you. The nuns, we used to call them Nun, which is the primordial waters of creation. They was all governed under the Black Madonna. And the Black Madonna seat is the Isis seat, which is the high seat of the Queen of Heaven and Earth on Earth. And only the one with the most matriarchs under their direct command can sit on that seat without frying. And that's why the Pope got to keep it suspended. Go look. It ain't no secret. That seat up there, the Pope sit down here. He sit his ass in that seat up there, he bring their game to an end. So they didn't want nobody accidentally sitting in that motherfucker. So they held that motherfucker 30 feet in the air, up there. They hold it 30 feet in the air up there. Because if a nigga sit in that seat, he gonna fry every motherfucker like him. At the same time, the biggest lightning storm you ever seen in your life will hit this bitch from every angle. The biggest, that's why they suspended 30 feet in the air. Nigga, you will not sit your ass in there. If you think I'm bullshitting, take a man over there, get a ladder. Tell him climb up and sit your ass in that chair. He not gonna do it. He gonna get halfway up the ladder and fall off that bitch and faint. Break his neck on the way down. A freak accident. That shit is, that's how God work. That's how God work. God ain't gotta sit here and negotiate with you niggas. God not gonna negotiate. She don't play. They got y'all thinking God got nuts and balls. Nigga, be for real. Adam was created first. Where does the umbilical cord come from? Where did he get his sustenance during his gestation period? Right? They want to give God these supernatural powers that's not allowed in the realm of the earth realm. Right? God not gonna do that. God say anything come into life through this earth got to come through a portal of life. And the portal of life is carried by the matriarchs, and the matriarchs is the mothers. And every crow know. Every crow know. God is the definition of mother in the eyes of every child. Boys and girls. Until somebody tell them different. You have no way of knowing